The man lay motionless on the beach. It had been a full 24 hours since he had fallen off the cliff. At that moment, a surfboard drifted over from the sea. David saw hope. He used his hands to support his body and crawled toward it with great effort. But just as he was about to grab it, a wave struck head-on, smashing his head again, and he passed out once more. The waves carried him into deep waters. Luckily, he woke up in time, but now he was too far from shore. The waves grew larger, and he quickly hooked his backpack strap onto a reef to avoid being dragged under. At that moment, a helicopter flew overhead. He wanted to call for help, but the raging sea kept his mouth shut tight. He could only watch helplessly as the helicopter flew away. After a long time, the giant waves finally subsided. His hand was still clinging to the rock wall. A seagull seized the chance to peck at his wound, waking David from the pain. During all this, he hadn't had a single drop of water. If he didn't rehydrate soon, he would go into hypovolemic shock. Spotting a soda can in the corner, he quickly reached for it, but when he poured it out, it was seawater. David collapsed on the ground in despair. When he opened his eyes again, it was already midnight. His legs were frozen purple. If this went on, even if he survived, he'd need amputation. He began searching around and found a roll of foil and a stick, which he put into his backpack for later use. David was unbearably thirsty. He dug a hole in the ground, lined it with foil, and planned to collect his urine to wet his throat. But because of severe internal injuries, all he passed was bloody urine, impossible to drink. At that moment, lightning and thunder filled the sky. It looked like rain was coming. David quickly grabbed the soda can, then laid foil in the pit, ready to collect as much rainwater as possible. But it only thundered without raining. After a long wait, just a few drops fell. The water in the can wasn't even enough to wet his lips, so he could only lick the dew off the foil. The water problem was barely solved. Next, he needed to figure out how to fill his stomach. When morning came, David leaned against a rock without moving. He was waiting for prey to come close, gripping his large stick, ready to strike. But when the seagull approached, half a day passed, and he didn't even catch a single feather. Just as David was at a loss for what to do, suddenly, not far away, a cell phone started ringing.